My name is Danielle, and I'm one of the educators here at Ripley's Aquarium. Today, we are reading Larry the Lonely Lionfish, which is written by Kelly Fulton and illustrated by Jenny Donoway. Larry the Lionfish was only a kid, but appeared a formidable figure indeed. His size alone was scary enough, but he happened to be a poisonous breed. Aside from his loving mom and dad, he had no friends to speak of. The others swam clear when he was near, afraid of the spines that he had. The first day of school had finally arrived, and Larry was scared and excited. If I make a new friend today, he thought, I would be very delighted. He hurried to school and found his class with several minutes to spare. Miss 8 pointed toward the back of the room. Lawrence, you will sit there. He found a shell in the back of the room and looked around to see that all the kids sat 2 by 2 according to their breed. Tim and Tom, the Moray Twins, could not see well. They wore clunky glasses and kept to themselves. The shrimps' mouths were too small for their heads, so they slapped their tails as answers instead. The Trigger boys were a talented pair, no one could argue that. One told jokes and the other one painted on a canvas mat. The angelfish girls wore beautiful pearls and sat up close to Miss 8. The squid were crying and nervously trying to keep their tentacles straight. The parrotfish repeated all that was said and did it all rather loudly. The clownfish had their anemone nannies who guarded them both quite proudly. The yellowtangs seemed aloof, what with their pointy noses and such. The wrasses were the smart ones here, though they didn't say too much. Larry sat back and breathed a sad sigh, the shell sitting empty to his right side. With all this commotion in the middle of the ocean, how can I be so alone? Being big and scary, lamented Larry, will I ever have a friend of my own? Larry swam home with a heavy heart and thought about his day. He ate his dinner and climbed into bed without very much to say. His mother came in and touched his head, and she sat down on the side of his bed. Don't worry, my dear, she said in his ear and kissed him softly on his cheek. I know it's hard to be what we are, but you'll find a friend, someone unique. The following day, Larry took his shell and waited for class to begin. Miss 8 said, great, we have a new student. Her name is Laura Lee Lynn. Larry sat up. Could it be true? Laura Lee Lynn was a lionfish too. She took the shell beside him and said, I'm Laura Lee Lynn. How do you do? In the weeks that followed, they studied together and he swam her home each day. School is fun, and when it was done, they had all summer to play. Larry was delighted to have found a friend and that he'd never be lonely ever again. If you like that story, we also have a craft, and you can find instructions on how to do this craft on our website, Ripley's Aquarium. Thank you for listening. See you next time.